There is a big difference between shoe trends that look good in theory and shoe trends you will actually enjoy wearing in real life. And in spring 2026, that difference matters more than ever. Because the most stylish women are no longer choosing shoes just because they are new, dramatic, or trend-forward. They are choosing shoes that make an outfit feel more modern, more elegant, and more effortless without making getting dressed harder. That is really the shift this season. The best shoe trends are not the loudest ones. They are the ones that integrate easily into a real wardrobe. They work with trousers, dresses, denim, and tailoring. They feel current, but not overdone. And most importantly, they still feel wearable after the first wave of trend excitement passes. In today's video, we are going through the spring 2026 shoe trends you will actually want to wear. Not the ones that only work in editorials, not the ones that look good for one photo and then sit untouched in your closet, but the styles that feel elegant, useful, and genuinely worth paying attention to. What makes a shoe trend wearable in 2026 is not just comfort, although that is part of it. It is also visual ease. A wearable shoe does not interrupt the outfit in a harsh or confusing way. It supports the silhouette. It gives the outfit direction. It feels intentional, but never forced. The woman wearing it looks like herself, just slightly more polished, slightly more current, slightly more refined. And that is exactly where spring 2026 is strongest. This season is less about novelty for the sake of novelty, and more about subtle shifts in line, shape, texture, and proportion. The shoes that feel right now are the ones that update an outfit quietly. One of the clearest trends this spring is the return of softer, more elongated shapes. Shoes are looking cleaner again. Toes are less bulky, less aggressively square, and more refined overall. That does not necessarily mean every shoe is sharply pointed, but it does mean the line of the shoe is becoming more elegant. There is more visual length, more taper, more polish. This matters because the shape of a shoe affects the entire outfit. A heavy, blunt shoe can make even a beautiful look feel grounded in the wrong way. It can cut the line of the body short. But a softly elongated flat, a tapered slingback, or a sleek loafer creates movement. The eye continues. The outfit feels calmer and more elevated. That is one of the reasons refined flats are doing so well this season. Not overly precious flats, not overly embellished ones, but simple, clean flats with a more elegant silhouette. Think pointed or softly tapered toes, low-profile soles, smooth leather or suede finishes, and colors that blend easily into a wardrobe. These are the kinds of shoes that work with straight-leg trousers, fluid midi skirts, relaxed denim, and soft tailoring. What makes them so strong for spring 2026 is that they solve a real wardrobe need. Women want to look polished without always relying on heels, and these flats do exactly that. They feel light, modern, and grown up. They do not try too hard, and that restraint is part of what makes them look expensive. Alongside them, slim loafers continue to hold their place, but the mood is cleaner now. Less chunky, less heavy, less exaggerated. The loafers that feel most current in spring 2026 are leaner through the sole, slightly more elegant through the toe, and easier to style with softer silhouettes. They still bring structure to an outfit, but without the visual weight that made some previous versions feel too harsh for spring. This makes them especially good with transitional dressing. A simple knit, relaxed trousers, and a sleek loafer still feels like one of the easiest elegant formulas a woman can wear. It communicates taste without needing much else. And because loafers sit somewhere between tailored and relaxed, they keep working across different settings. That versatility is exactly why they remain one of the most wearable trends. Another important direction this season is the continued rise of low feminine heels that still allow movement. The mood is not towering or overly sexy. It is controlled, subtle, and easy. Kitten heels, low slingbacks, and small sculpted heels are all part of this shift. What they have in common is that they add just enough lift to refine the posture and line of the outfit, but not so much that the shoe becomes impractical or overpowering. That balance is very important in 2026. Elegance is increasingly tied to ease. The woman who looks expensive is not the one struggling to walk. She is the one who looks comfortable, composed, and fully at home in what she is wearing. A low slingback with a narrow toe and a clean heel does that beautifully. It works for daytime, it works for dinner, and it works with the kinds of soft, polished outfits that define this season. You also see this idea in the way sandals are evolving. Spring 2026 sandals are looking more refined and more minimal. Less busy, less strappy in a complicated way, less focused on statement design. The strongest versions are simple enough to disappear into the outfit while still improving it. Barely there straps, cleaner footbeds, softer leathers, and shapes that feel elegant rather than sporty. That is what makes a sandal actually wearable. It should not dominate the look, it should support it. A refined flat sandal in deep brown, black, cream, or soft tan can work with almost everything in a spring and summer wardrobe. Linen trousers, poplin skirts, wide leg pants, simple dresses, longer shorts. The best ones create openness without making the outfit feel unfinished. There is also a strong case this season for woven and textural shoes. Not in an overly bohemian or decorative way, but in a way that adds softness and depth. Woven leather, subtle braiding, suede finishes, and natural-looking textures are all especially relevant because they give simple outfits more character without adding noise. And that is one of the strongest themes of elegant dressing right now. Texture is replacing excess. A simple outfit in cream, beige, or olive can feel much richer when the shoe introduces a quiet surface contrast. This is why soft suede loafers, woven flats, and matte leather sandals feel so right in spring 2026. They add interest, but they do it in a calm way. The outfit still reads as clean and intentional. Sneakers, of course, are still part of the conversation, but the direction is much more restrained than it has been in previous years. The sneakers that feel most wearable now are slimmer, cleaner, and more refined overall. Less oversized, less aggressive, less obviously trend-driven. The goal is not to make the sneaker the main event. It is to let it support a polished, casual look. This is a very useful shift because it makes sneakers easier to integrate into elegant wardrobes. A clean leather sneaker in white, cream, taupe, or a soft neutral tone works far better with tailored trousers, denim, and minimalist spring layers than something overly athletic or bulky. It keeps the outfit fresh, but it does not pull it into a completely different visual category. That idea of visual harmony is really at the center of wearable shoe trends this season. The most successful shoes are not isolated trend pieces. They relate to the rest of the wardrobe. They work with the softer tailoring, longer lines, quieter colors, and more fluid silhouettes that are defining spring 2026. Nothing feels random. Nothing feels too sharp or too playful for the sake of it. Color is also worth paying attention to here. The strongest shoe colors this season are the ones that make repetition easier. Deep brown continues to feel incredibly important. Softer creams and off-whites still look fresh. Warm taupes, stone tones, muted black, and soft suede neutrals all feel more useful than bright, attention-seeking colors. That is not because bright shoes can never work, but because the most elegant wardrobes rely on continuity. When your shoes sit naturally within your overall palette, your outfits immediately feel more cohesive. And cohesion is one of the biggest signals of a refined wardrobe. The shoe no longer feels like an afterthought. It feels built into the look from the beginning. Another reason these trends feel so wearable is that they are not asking you to become someone else. They are not based on one exaggerated fashion persona. They are based on improving what many women already wear: a better flat, a more elegant loafer, a cleaner sneaker, a subtler heel, a more refined sandal. That is why they are so easy to adopt. They do not require a completely new wardrobe. They simply raise the standard of the one you already have. And that, really, is what makes a trend worth paying attention to. Not whether it is everywhere for a month, but whether it actually helps you dress better. Whether it makes your wardrobe more functional, more beautiful, and more coherent, the best spring 2026 shoe trends do exactly that. They make casual outfits feel more intentional. They make simple outfits feel more polished. They make elegant outfits feel easier to wear. And because of that, they have much more longevity than louder, more disposable trends. They fit into real life. So if you are thinking about updating your shoe wardrobe this season, the smartest approach is not to chase everything. It is to notice which shapes, finishes, and heights align with the way you already want to dress. If your wardrobe leans minimal and tailored, a sleek loafer or a refined flat may do the most work for you. If you wear dresses and skirts often, a low slingback or elegant sandal might be the strongest addition. If you rely on casual formulas, a cleaner sneaker may be the update that changes everything. The key is selection, not accumulation. A few beautiful, wearable shoes will always do more for your style than a collection of trend pieces that do not connect to your wardrobe. In 2026, style looks more expensive when it feels edited. That is also why the most elegant women tend to repeat their shoes often. They find the silhouettes that work, the colors that integrate easily, the heel heights that support their lifestyle, and they build consistency from there. The result is not boring, it is recognizable. Calm, refined, strong. And that is the real message of spring 2026 shoe trends. Wearability is not boring. Wearability is what gives a trend lasting value. When a shoe feels beautiful, comfortable, and visually right with the rest of your wardrobe, you reach for it again and again. And repetition, when the choice is good, is one of the clearest signs of personal style. So this season, pay attention to the shoes that feel elegant without being fragile, polished without being stiff, and current without trying too hard. Those are the ones you will actually want to wear. And more often than not, they are also the ones that will make your wardrobe look the most refined. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more elegant style, wearable trends, and timeless fashion ideas that help you look polished without overcomplicating it. And let me know which shoe trend you would actually wear this spring. Until next time, take care, and I will see you in the next one.